Okay, hello, everybody. It's 6 o'clock, so welcome to the Hudson, Wisconsin Public Utilities Commission meeting for July 12th, 2022. I guess we'll commence with the roll call. The roll call, please, Michelle.
Pat,
Present.
Joyce,
Here.
Susie,
Here.
Patrick,
Here.
Carrie,
Present.
Andy, Dave,
Present.
So we do have a quorum, so we should be okay.
Okay, so the first item of business we have to do is approving the minutes for the June 7th, 2022 meeting last month.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
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 Guess I didn't hear any no's yet. So that one passes. Now we have the next new business. That's the Magni construction pay application number 25. Kip, please.
Okay, so in your packets, just like normal, we have the pay application number 25 in the amount of $64,232.19. Our engineering firm has gone through that and signed off that what they are submitting has been completed. So we would need a motion for the pay app number 25 in the amount of $64,232.19.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
No opposed. Motion passes. Next, if we could get a project update and status report, Kip.
Okay, so the project update hasn't really changed. You know, the only thing we have on there is the the wastewater treatment plant. We just moved that up to 95%. Because if you did notice in the pay request, we should be right around 97% completed on pay. So that should put us right around 95% completed on the project. The 4.2, the wastewater, the June construction summary is also in your packet. So the June construction summary contains the lab building, the wet well tank, permanent drain piping was installed. The pipe still needs to be painted. The last final clarifier tank had the equipment replaced and the tank was brought into operation. The concrete retaining wall along the tank was painted. The last sludge pump in building 10 was replaced while that tank was empty. And the driveway, the concrete curb and gutter was poured in new areas and driveway base material was placed and compacted. Asphalt paving is scheduled sometime in July. And then you do have some very nice photos in there to just kind of show you what we're talking about, the lab building, what we were talking about in the final clarifier, and then kind of an aerial view of the new curb and gutter. Sorry, that was installed. It's right there in front of that truck, and then that's also where that new Vector pad is going. That's already been poured too, so that's pretty much it. We do not need this is information only, so we don't need anything, any type of boat or anything like that on there. So unless there's questions on that.
Okay, then we had number 5, other business for informational purposes only or for upcoming agenda. I don't know if anybody's got anything there.
Yeah,
I
I
have a
didn't have
question.
any. Sure.
So I got 2 questions, actually. My husband noticed that the water coming out of the tap has a stronger chlorine smell. Has anything changed?
No, we are doing so. I don't know if they're up by you or not, Joyce, but they are doing some flushing.
Mhm.
When we do flush, you will get more of a chlorine smell just because it's fresher water coming through the system. So that,
Okay.
my guess is that's probably what's happening up there.
Okay. And then the other question that I've got is, now that most of the wastewater treatment plant has been taken care of, what can the public expect as far as the odors from that plant? Well, how much improvement?
You know,
should we see?
Well, we put the odor control units that were in there were 20 plus years old. So
Mhm.
we did put 3 brand new odor control units in. What you have to understand too is, some of you that have been down there and some of you that haven't, that you'll see it later. There is open channels, there is open concrete pits where sewage is, exposed to the environment. It's just part of the process that has to happen. So there's no way that we're ever going to contain all of that smell. Especially if we get some strong winds, things like that, where it's really picking that up. There's not we're doing the best we can. The smell's always been smell's always been an issue. It will always be an issue. It's, as we've stated before, it's not the ideal place for a wastewater treatment plant. It is what it is, and we're doing the best we can with, to try to control that odor. But, when you're dealing with 1.5 million gallons a day of sewage coming through that plant, that's a lot of sewage that's exposed to the environment. So you are gonna get some. Sometimes, when it rains, you smell it a little bit more. Just, it's just everything kind of seems a little bit, damper, things of that nature. So, yeah, I've had numerous people contact me about the smell. People that are members of the marina. There's just, there's nothing we can do. We've installed the odor control units. We know that they're working, and that's basically all we can do with it at this point.
Okay, thank you. I just want to know how to answer their questions.
Yeah. Anything else on upcoming agenda or questions on anything?
I think it's going to look a lot nicer than it used to when it's all
It's going to
done.
look a lot nicer. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. If
So
there's
then
nothing
item
else,
number
yeah,
6.
you can move to 6.
Yeah, we got the sewer utility and water utility cash reports.
Yep. So you've got your sewer utility and your water utility cash reports in there. One thing to note on your sewer utility, we've got quite a big balance in there. If you notice that, it's jumped up this year quite substantially. I believe the city is still going back and forth, having conversations with the state of Wisconsin on the Highway 35 project. So the last I had heard, we had not made our payments for that project yet. So once all that kind of gets resolved with the city and the city satisfied and the state satisfied, I'm assuming that's when you're going to see, a pretty big chunk come out of these two funds, just to pay for the sewer work and the water work that we had done on there. So just kind of keep that in mind. If this month, you're looking at the cash reports this month, and next month, all of a sudden they drop by, $1 million or whatever that payment is, that's probably going to be the reason why.
So that item we don't need a vote on.
No, you don't.
But the next one is the discussion of possible action on claims. I think
Yes,
those that we will when it's
that you will need
right.
a vote on.
Move
Any
to approve.
questions?
I'll second that, Joyce's motion.
Well, Carrie made a motion to
No, I
approve.
got the motion.
Joyce made a motion, Carrie seconded. So then we just need vote. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear Joyce. Well, okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Then the last item is item 8, which is adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposed?
All right.
Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.
Ooh,
Thank
10
you,
minutes.
everybody.
Great job, thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Aye.
Have a nice